What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So a quick talk video here because today Valve has introduced their Steam Deck OLED model, a high dynamic range screen, a longer lasting battery, faster downloads, and more. And there's already reviews videos out there from The Verge, IGN, and others if you want to go check them out. I've watched a couple to see what's going on, and yeah, Valve's pretty much pulling a Nintendo with the Steam Deck, and that's going to be up to everybody as to whether or not that's something that they are down with. They've certainly treated the Steam Deck a lot more like a console than a PC, and while at times that has bothered me, it's working out pretty well for them, and I do like the consistent experience they're trying to create with the Steam Deck. Now, with the OLED model, we're looking at some differences here. They are price dropping the 256 OLED or LCD down to $399 right here. They are getting rid of the 64 gigabyte 349 model and the 512 gigabyte 449. They've been price dropped, of course, from what they were originally, and they're just going to sell until they're out. And then that's going to leave them with their 399 LCD, their 549 512 gig OLED, and their 1 terabyte OLED 649. There's also going to be this limited edition Steam Deck OLED. It's going to be a limited edition with different colors. You'll be able to see here. So it's basically the 650 1 terabyte Steam Deck, but it's got like this smoky covers on it and the red highlights, and it does look really, really nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to opt to grab that one or not, but it's pretty cool that they have that limited edition deck there. But either way, we've got 549 for the 512, 649 for the 1 terabyte. As far as the main differences that we're looking at here, not only are we getting more storage for the same money. So basically 549 used to be, or 529 was the price of the 256 before. So now you're getting that at 512 with an OLED screen for 549. And then of course the 1 terabyte model now, which mimics kind of the price of what the 512 was before. So they're not really raising prices and you're getting more storage, which is really nice to see. As far as the screen, we're getting that 1280 by 800 still, but it's an HDR OLED display. And on the 649 model, it's the etch glass like what the 512 model used to be. And in the reviews I've seen so far, it looks like this is also a 90 hertz OLED panel, allowing us to go up above the 60 on the deck, which while a lot of AAA games struggle to even give us 30, 40, 50 FPS a lot of the time, there are a lot of games that are either older games or easier to run games that could certainly take advantage of the higher FPS there. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to check that out. Up to 1000 nit brightness on the HDR and 600 nit on the SDR, as far as I understand. We're also going larger, so 7.4 inch instead of 7 inch. That is going to make a bit of a difference with the smaller bezel, something I've definitely been wanting to see on the Steam Deck. We're going to have a 6 nanometer APU instead of a 7. So this is essentially going to be the same SoC, the same APU, the same custom SoC, giving us basically the same performance. I would expect you might see 1 to 3 to 4 FPS difference in games maybe, due to the efficiency and also due to the fact that the unit itself will use less power and it will run cooler, which will change thermal throttling. You're not going to see some magical difference, but there might be a slight, just depending on the game. But it's essentially the same console or the same unit. But they have shrunk down that die and made it more efficient. We're also going to get Wi-Fi 6E, which is going to be much faster than the Wi-Fi 5 that we had over on the original. That should be nice. From what I understand, Bluetooth is also going to be its own chip now instead of shared with the Wi-Fi chip. So that's going to offer better Bluetooth connectivity, 50 watt hour battery instead of 40 on top of the more efficient unit, is definitely going to raise time on being able to play, how long our battery lasts. So 2 to 8 hours is what they used to advertise. Now they're advertising 3 to 12. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Same basic power supply, carrying case, whichever model you get, Steam Profile Bundle. And then of course, if you get the more expensive 1 terabyte OLED model, you'll also get the exclusive startup movie, exclusive virtual keyboard theme, much like what they had set up for the old 512 gig model. So I think this is pretty interesting. I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering one of these so that we can compare here to the other Steam Decks, see about performance, battery life, picture quality, all that kind of stuff. But it's an overall refresh of this generation, the first generation of Steam Deck. It's not Steam Deck 2 yet. It's not an increase in power yet. But it's very much reminiscent of what Nintendo did with the Switch when they, came out with that OLED model. And I think that this will buy Valve some more time, before they have to come out with that Steam Deck 2. Look, I've been wanting more power. I have the Legion Go sitting here. I have the Ally sitting here. I have my Switch OLED. I have my Steam Decks all sitting here. I do want more power, but I also get what Valve is doing here. And I think from a business perspective, not just an enthusiast who wants more, it makes sense. It worked for Nintendo. It's probably going to work for Valve. And it also tells us that when Steam Deck 2 comes out, they probably won't necessarily revert and get rid of OLED. So we'll probably still be looking at a lot of these improvements that might carry over to the next generation of deck as well. This is probably going to buy them about 18 months would be my guess. I was wanting to see a new Steam Deck in spring of 2024. That's not going to happen with this OLED model coming out. And they also had said before they're probably not going to do that. So I'm thinking maybe they're targeting something more like a spring 2025 with something based off of like a custom 8000 series AMD, or just taking a guess, something like that, not just going to the 7000 or they want to make an actual jump, a good leap in performance. So I think a refresh like this is probably going to buy them about that 18 months or so they need to get from now to spring 2025, but that's just a guess on my part. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. When's Steam Deck 2 going to come? Are you interested in this new OLED refreshed model of Steam Deck? It certainly has my interest, and well, because of the channel, I'm going to order it and test it out here anyway. But it's definitely interesting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. I just want to make a quick talk video here since this was announced today. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.